Okay. Long time. This is the wrong track for me now. It's on track. That's more background music for me. Don't stream the music as much. Don't know what this is. There. Oh, this is albums. Uh, something on Underdogs. Maybe goes like this. No, that one. Okay. Background. Okay. So haven't streamed for over a week. Been bad at that. Need to. I might look at myself right here and close this. I didn't check actually inspector and stuff. It's always I think streaming is good, and then there's surprises, but nothing with Twitch, not even looking. Rest. This doesn't look so hot. Why is the streaming pretty low? No. Start again. Let's reconnect Twitch. Connect Twitch. Reconnect Twitch. This gets any better. Are you connected? Should be. And this sort of refreshes every 30 seconds. I think that's what I should be doing more when I'm like starting soon. Come on, give us a sample. Show we're in a good place. Yeah, okay. We're at 6 megs on Twitch. A couple samples, no? One sample. Two samples or 1.5 sample. Come on, what's gonna happen? I'll assume for a minute it works. It takes some time to get the data. Well, now it shows in 5 second intervals. Yeah, I think we're good. I don't know. This happens every time. I need to remember the sequence of events. It's a problem when I don't stream. I should stream daily now, most of the week. I don't know, 3 to 4 times a week. Happen even if it's for an hour. Preferably, it's for like 4 to 6 hours. I mean, I'd want it to be 8 hours, but I don't know, usually stream start 1 or 2, and then let's say I have until 8. It's gonna be like 6 hours. Need to start early. I always say that. I'm not a morning person. Anyway, okay. What do I have to show and tell? I'm gonna tell more than show. So our main app, what's been going on? So I've been hacking at it quietly, trying to finish stuff off. Um, so now the state is that the app is actually kind of usable by people. Um, there's still a whitelist. If you're on the whitelist, most of the streamers I've been hanging around with are, or you can ask to be added to the whitelist. There's bugs on the adding to whitelist, so it's better you message me. I have fixed for the bugs in dev, but it's not yet deployed. Probably until you see it. I don't know. If you watch me live, then it's not. Um. So yeah, there's a login. You can get in. You can import a VOD, whatever. Twitch, YouTube, Kick, maybe others. But mainly my focus is Twitch or YouTube. YouTube could be pesky. Twitch is easy. Although YouTube could be faster, could be higher quality. There's no upload videos anymore, but there's no yet a way to upload videos. It's a future task because the videos are huge. Need to figure out how they get uploaded and stored. Because what we're doing with VODs is we only get what we need. So if we can, we only get the audio track and we only get sections of the video for clipping. We aren't retrieving the entire thing and storing it. Even when we get the audio track, we aren't storing it. So if whatever happens, we might even need to download it multiple times. For Twitch, it's important that your VODs are like, by default, if you're not affiliate, for free, you get the 7 days saved VODs, unless you either select them for keeping, which you have a limited, like 5 or 50 gigs, 5 gigs free, something on Twitch. YouTube saves them. You can have as much as you want on YouTube. There's no clear limit. Yeah. So what I actually wanted to do, I did. I did some retroactive. Okay, well, it's not retroactive. Mm. The agile practices, sequences, rituals. You have the retroactive. I know. I feel like I've never said that word before. I only watched it and typed it and listened to it. We basically want to review what we've done for a long, long period of time. So we have the website. We had the old version, the original. Okay, where did we start and where are we going? Or where we are at least. So the way this entire quest story, this entire chapter started is with me actually trying to develop a mobile app. That's different versions. But basically I wanted a time-lapse app for my camera phone. And I was streaming developing it, and I wanted to reuse the streams to produce clips for YouTube. Preferably what I really want to get at is the long edited YouTube videos. That's I would love to have. On the way, shorts are just making sense. They're just easier. On the way, what I cared about, I've tested different tools. I didn't start it because I just like to. I've tested a lot of clipping platforms. Clipping platforms are not a good fit for devlogs. I see the inspector is pretty good. I can close that, close the restream, I think. Watch myself. A bit itchy and so when I was streaming the the way I thought about the way I'm thinking about marketing is like if you have the highest quality assets, then you can compress them. So you can take a long recorded video or stream and take videos out of it and then take pictures out of that, take the text, make them into posts. That's the entire idea of the platform was for me developing projects, recording or streaming and recording. Because I keep recordings for higher quality versions of the same thing. I'm not sure if that's actually necessary. I almost want to quit that and decide that YouTube is good enough. YouTube as the long-term storage, and you have Twitch for short-term storage. The thing I like about local recording is having multiple cameras. So now I'm talking to you full screen as the camera. I still have the screens going on. While I'm split screening and I'm showing you the screens, I'm showing myself as a small camera. I want the small camera in full quality. I want to be able to zoom into one screen or another. I want the higher quality videos. That's why I record. That's why originally I wanted the recording as a big part, but yet I've not yet done it for the current product that's online. That's why originally I wanted this as more as a video editor concept where you download an app to your local and you process it locally because you have the large files and you can access them quickly instead of needing to upload and move things around, which are really intense. My internet connection is pretty bad. I understand I'm probably at the minority because every streamer I talk to has like 1 gig symmetric and stuff, and I'm like, I have like 25 on 5. I have 5, no, I got 50 on 25. Anyway, I can upload 18 megabits max if I do nothing else. Most of the time, I do other things. So I have problems where I'm so itchy. Yeah, here in Australia, there's a lot more pollen stuff and seasonal allergies. Let's call it that. I'm actually more sensitive than that, but forget about it. What was I on? So yeah, I wanted to make it as a local video editor, give you downloadables, basically install an app on your computer. Then I started trying to show this to people. First reaction is like, download and install, should I trust you? I build trust with some people, but still this is an obvious block here. So I started making the secure run, which were container versions. It doesn't mean it's perfect security, but I thought it will be good enough. Then I got people to start installing either the containers or the executables and start running them. And the next level of issues is each person has their own. I'm gonna move the thing a bit, and the entire thing is gonna shake. Then comes the problem where we have 3 different operating systems, right? I'm on Linux. Most people are either on Windows or Mac. Okay, I knew this would happen. I kind of planned to do multi-OS. That's fine. That's what I thought. But now comes the next level of issues. There's the building for Mac is an issue because you really have to have Mac. Or you have to pay for something, which is like having Mac and comes very expensive very quickly. So I didn't have a pure Mac version, I had a container version that would work for Mac. Now the next problem is accessibility to the GPUs. It's not the same across the OSs. It doesn't work out of the box for everything. It certainly doesn't work for Mac in containers. Or it might work for some situations with Podman for the transcription, but not for the other thing. Different GPUs, different OSs, different. Basically, I needed to debug 6 times everything. And yeah, that started becoming really, what do you call it? Really boring, really fast, really exhausting. Say, wasn't fun at all. Testing different versions, so I had let's say 5 versions to test. I didn't have a Mac to test on. I have a VM for Windows, but I couldn't get the GPU on that Windows VM. Not gonna get another installation restarts. Like I could transfer the GPU to the VM, but to the Windows VM, but not have it on Linux, which is a problem because I use it to stream, use for other things. Anyway, desktop versions became a real headache. It feels like I need a laboratory of computers. I need to buy a Mac. I need to have something for Windows testing. It started being really annoying. You have the containers. The containers, to have GPU in the containers is a whole nother level of instructions and installations and testing. And yeah, I started implementing calling to API as an alternative, and I started thinking, enough with these versions. Let's move to SaaS. Let's do a web installation. I already have the base with the API calls. So if I use external providers, I don't need a server with a GPU. I just need to pay the usage costs on APIs, and that's it. So that's where we're at. We have a working version that's a SaaS version plugin. I don't know why I'm like, it's a SaaS. There's no payments yet. There's no packages. There's nothing. There's just the using parts. So you can log in, you can import a VOD, you can see the entire process and wait through it, and you can access everything. The video section will show you the external player. The audio section is pretty poor, it just shows you the codec and such. The transcriptions actually work. You can view the transcript. You can view the transcription. You can download it. There's not much else you can do with it. In the local version, you could have run different providers and such. As a SaaS version, we simplify, and there's just the VODflow provider. I might bring your own key and use your own provider. I don't know if anyone wants that. It's like, if I have a user that actually wants that, and especially one that's willing to also pay for the software, I'll bring that back. Like, the code is there. It's just missing the proper interface and testing for it. So a lot of the kind of video editor version or executable version codes is still out there. There's some stuff I want to clean up, like I'd probably remove the local databases. I did SQLite before. SQLite? Local database files. And since I've converted a lot of the work to work with Supabase, I'll probably distribute the local Supabase version, so I don't have to double up. Currently, I have doubled up. I have a lot of the SQL stuff like schema and just running SQL commands like insert updates and stuff with an abstraction layer, and actually it uses both. I think most of the testing runs against the SQLite. I might remove that branch of code at some point. I have a task to clean that up, but until that becomes like a big thing that I keep bumping into, I'll probably ignore it for a while. But I could restore local versions with. I could do again local installations with external APIs and not GPU, and use the local Supabase instead of the SQLite, or even keep the SQLite. Doesn't matter. Like, if I decide to, I can return to local executables. Maybe I'll just strip apart the part about the GPU. I wanted to use the GPU because I got a GPU and it's like free instead of the API calls, and maybe it's faster. It's actually not faster, it's actually way slower. For transcriptions, I have some benchmarking for the transcriptions, basically running faster Whisper local with the base model is still slower than the faster Whisper V3, I forget the full name. The better, bigger model is still quicker on the API calls than the lower model locally. The big model locally takes me about a minute to 1-to-1 on time-wise. So if you're doing a 6-hour video transcription, it's going to take 6 hours for the transcription on my local GPU, which is a 5060 Ti. Not the best. You could have older GPUs with faster processing or whatever. Um, the base models does about, I forget, I have the numbers, but let's say 10 to 1. So 1 hour takes 7 to 12 minutes, let's say, transcribing. Let's say it's 7. Let's do just 10 to 1. So it's not 10 to 1, it's 60 to, it's 612. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Let's say it takes 7 to 12 minutes on the hour. Let's say 10 minutes to an hour. So 6 hours is 60 minutes processing. Yeah, doesn't make sense. Let me to review the numbers again. Anyway, so currently we have the app that's working. It's not very functionally full. It's functionally MVP. So what do we have from our marketing? Not a lot out of this. We have the shorts. We have the. It's not even here. From this list, we have the shorts. We don't have the task list. We don't have the change logs. Social updates is pretty vague and blog posts. What we have is what you can see down here. We have the story extraction. We have this YouTube title description and chapters. I'd be happy to expand that to give you options. Not sure if Regenerate currently works or not. I kind of will wait until people complain about stuff and be interested in certain parts. I think the most interesting part is the story finding, because it kind of gives you chapters and timelines and interest points, and it gives you the clips, and we have the recutting of clips. So if you got a clip that says one sentence, you can make it shorter, make it longer, from before, from after, like that shows, or you can go to the full transcript and use it. The clips that are extracted, these are the segments are turned in clips. They have extra tagging on why the AI decided that it's a good clip or what's happening in it. It could be fast-paced or slow or whatever. Um, Nothing too interesting here. We still have no charging, no plans. The main planning for now is to have a future version with watermarks. So the free version at some future point would have watermarks on the clips, unless you're a paid member, then you have no watermarks on them. That makes to me the most sense as like a payment gateway. Like, I provide the entire value for free. It's just that if you want it for free, you're also possibly an advertiser for us for some of the use cases. For me, it seems like a fair exchange. It's not the case currently. I have no code yet for watermarks. Um, but that would be moving to a paid plan once that becomes interesting. At this point, I kind of finished this on a weekend and try to tell people to get in and use it. I don't even have alerts yet on people using it, so I have no idea if someone checks it out unless if I manually pull it, which I believe no one yet did. What else? Do we have a... Hey, Nick, how's it going? Someone friendly? How are you? How is Pierpool going? I was just saying, oh, I'm kind of scrolling through the screen, but I'm only showing my full picture. I was just kind of reflecting back because I'm at the moment where you can actually use it. I sent you a message. Um, maybe maybe it's time to go back to my normal screen. Just send you a message. You can basically use it. You're on the whitelist. You can just go and log it in. Good morning. Just been chilling a bit this weekend. Yeah, is it still weekend for you? For me, it's a Monday. I know it's yeah, so I had to check it. Definitely check it out. Yeah, either use your Twitch login with your thing or the email with either Google or the email itself. Yeah. Why is this now not showing the thumbnail? Um, yeah, so the product works. This is production. You have the video. The star just looks long. You can see. I'll let you just browse it. It's Monday morning. Oh, cool. I was just reviewing, kind of reflecting. Just finished some of my company work. Cool. Well, anything you want to share? I need to do a bunch of financial stuff. Is that the weekly video you do with all the numbers or bi-weekly? I was just reflecting on how this started, where I've been with the downloadable versions and where I'm now with finally opening this up, and what's actually working here versus all the future wish list. I got the shirts. I got basically what's down further on the page, the stories, the YouTube thing here. The stories I think is the most interesting part. You get clips out of them. A clip can be clipped um, by the transcription, or you can clip directly from the transcription. Oh, on my actual company finance, I'm 2 months behind. How do you feel now that it's launched? It's a very soft launch where I've messaged a couple of people. You've been the first one, and I kind of want people to actually try it out and give some feedback. I don't know. There's in a way there's a downtrend on energy in like, okay, we finished something, now what? Or now we can relax a bit. Uh, I've been doing some retroactive with AI and some brainstorming, and like I have a ton of things I want to do. Right, there's bugs that are currently in dev that I need to test and deploy. There's continuing features, and there's like the next milestone, which I feel is way more marketable. So a lot of my milestones are based on marketing, which is kind of new concept for me because I used to be just a developer and thinking about the features. So in a way, this is a milestone for like several months now. If I considered it's the same idea with the downloadable versions where I basically wanted to let other people use it. So I've gone through a circle of trying the executables and the containers and trying to get people and getting the GPUs and feedbacks and all of that kind of like went away in favor of this SaaS version. So I've implemented the APIs, automatic service, fallbacks, a lot of things to make this usable by other people. But it feels like still milestone one is getting other people to use this. I don't know. Maybe I missed milestone zero, which is having anything working. So for me to have the transcriptions and stories and clips and the YouTube thing was maybe milestone one where I had some functionality. Um, yeah, and the next functionality is still about usability, having some concierge service where basically I'll automatically process your streams and send you emails about it. That's the gist of the entire thing. I could do it for people who are not yet users. That's the concierge part, and I could do it for people who are users. I currently don't have any email in the system and such. Like there's a bunch of work there, um, and like doing these fake accounts for people who are not yet users. Marketing and distribution is tough. It's great to build, but users won't come on their own. I'm in the same situation. That's exactly why I'm trying to do this always from marketing point of view. So I'm like, what does the marketer want? and I build for the marketer. The idea of the Discover tool, for example, is a marketing effort in a way, where I'm like, if I keep showing people this, I can ask some people for reviews, but this is kind of aggressive, where like people look at it and say, "Oh, this is for me," but wait, are you here just for this? Are you here basically just for selling me? So the Discover tool was an idea of being a bit of a software marketing thing, where this is like a marketing lead tool. Why is the doesn't really matter. So this is like a marketing lead project. Yeah, like creating tools and equipment to mine gold, but not actually mine for gold. Yeah, so this is like between a lead magnet and maybe kind of community building. It's like, okay, I'm gonna show you this thing, and maybe it's usable for you, and maybe it has like a wider funnel thing where people that are not only streamers, just people who are chatters and viewers, also get something. So this is like a wider net, more people get it noticed, and maybe a bit more. I don't know, in the future, like SEO or whatever, people that actually are gonna link to the domain. So versus where I'm at, it feels like really far away at the moment. The most millionaires created in the gold rush were the one selling pens and equipment. Haha. So yeah, we are trying to build tools for people to help them grow. Yeah, a little bit. Uh, at at some points, I'm wondering like if I should have gone this route or not, because I spent months on the part of allowing other people to use it and not actually about the usefulness of the tool. And I could have, in another kind of parallel universe, I could have used that tool for myself and market my project with this tool, but not make it a tool for others. But in a way, I felt like this has more potential for revenue. It's very clear to me how people would pay for it if it's useful for them, right? It creates value. If you can come here and save hours and do something from you stream for 2 to 6, 8, 11 hours. I don't know, some people are crazy, but let's say you stream for 2 to 6 hours. You did it for marketing in a way, your brand or whatever, and you have this huge asset and you're not using it because it's a long time to process it. If you process it and get some other outputs and they bring you more impressions, recognitions, whatever, then it's worth it for you. It's worth money. And actually, as a SaaS, this is clearer that there's a cost when it's a local installable app. It's like, okay, it's my GPU, it's my hardware, it's my thing. Yeah, I install it. There's no cost. What do you want? Why should I pay for this? Maybe this should be an open source platform. And maybe it should. Yeah, I really like that positioning. Yeah, when you process now, there's some API costs, and I try to reduce things as much as I could. Some of them may be exaggerated. I think I spent too much time. I spent like 2 weeks for the servers to go up and down. But the thing is, for first experience, you'd probably see that if the servers are cold, you might wait a couple of minutes for things to start up. There's an indication you're not left in the cold. There's a progress bar and everything. I spent a long time on progress bars, which I feel like the next milestone where it's automatically processing the videos for you and you just get an email when it's done. Instead, now you're just watching things move through and you don't necessarily have a lot to do besides looking at it. But it's kind of transparent and shows you the thing. And I don't know, as an active platform, that's what I have at the moment. Do you have any idea how much it costs to process 4 hours videos? Do we need to add our own keys? No, you don't need to add your own keys. It's my keys. I process everything. I pay for everything. It's not too expensive. I'll need to do numbers after some more data, but like I have an idea. It's not too expensive. Um, I'm gonna carry the cost for a while, see if I can convert people later on. It's not too expensive for me to carry it for a while. I'll probably with the concierge do processing. The free service is the marketing effort, right? So you get to use it, you get to see the benefits, and then eventually you'll be offered to pay for it. There's currently nothing like that yet. The idea, one of the thing is for the clips, there's gonna be for the free users, there's gonna be a watermark, and if you wanna have it removed, you're gonna need to convert to paid. Maybe I'd probably keep the full free trial version for like 3 to 7 streams or something that you might get to try the product until I make you pay for it. Might do a stream today, I'll record it and then use that for the next stream to try it out live. Yeah, cool, no worries. You can, yeah, you can take the streams out of Twitch or YouTube. There's currently no upload yet. You can do it from Kik or something else, but mostly Twitch or YouTube. Twitch is easy. YouTube might be faster, but it's sometimes finicky. Um, what else? All right. Yeah, you can take any of your past things. So basically anything you have already. Everything is Star Citizen. You can try it on the games. I'm not sure what you'll get. If you talk a bunch, it could be interesting. If you don't, could be a mismatch for the product. The product is very much based on the transcription. There is more things in the product. Oh, I'm looking at the highlights and not the actual videos. There's past broadcasts. Just a few there. Nothing. Come on, Nick. There's a week that you haven't been. I did the same, so I'm just I'm scaring you, but I have the same kind of issue. I didn't stream for a week. But you can also go and try to, yeah, so the live streams here, or you can take lives from here, or you can just try it on some of your longer videos and see if there's nuggets that are more interesting in the longer video that you could extract extra value from, especially if you have the longer ones. But also the shorter ones, if you don't have one of the interesting thing I think is, oh, you have chapters. I was just gonna say chapters. Some ideas for the title and description. You're actually doing a good job, I guess. Here, I really need to do a video update. Also, I've been hacking on personal crypto portfolio rebalancing project, which I don't want to stream. Stream whatever you want, but like, it's personal. Yeah, all cloud code. Yeah, that's fine. Um, yeah. Do you know of any discounts to Cloud Code currently going on? I understand sometimes they do like a 50% or something. Hey, Coppinger, how you doing? Are you also viewing or just subscribing? Let's go. Yeah, I was just talking about currently having the product available for people to try out. You're on the list. Can send you a Cloud Code sub. Yeah, I'm just close to the promotion finishing on the Gemini Pro, which I've been using, and I'm just wondering if I should jump over test something else, just out of the promotion. But I don't know. It's not that I'm happy generally with the Gemini Pro. It's just that I've been paying like $10 instead of 30 or something, and I'm just wondering if it's a good time to try something else. Right hand up. Ta-da. Thanks, man. I'll copy it later if it's fine because it's on the VM currently, the messages. Um, sign up. I've got 30 days. Thanks, man. Are you sticking around or are you just coming in, dropping a gift and popping out? That's your motto, I guess, for for people who stream from the do it now or someone will steal it. Oh, right. This is like public. How do I copy it over? I guess I'll open it in the which. Um, yeah, cool. Where even go to? Yeah, I need to copy it. I need to copy it from somewhere. The gift is no longer available. Nick, did you steal it? Someone took it within seconds, huh? Someone messaged me. This, the other channels. Will DM you on your Discord. Okay, thanks. Um, you got the correct URL. I just clicked on it. Then, oh, maybe the copy. Anyway, yeah. So this is working. This is available. Coppinger, you can also try it if you'd like. Feed in one of your old streams, YouTube or Twitch. I've seen you haven't. Well, you've been traveling and stuff on Twitter, eh? You haven't been streaming for like a week. What's next, bro? On the main product, the next is the concierge account, where basically I start processing streams in the background for people, and I need to see how I deliver it to them. So I've done. Yeah, I'm back now, live tomorrow. Cool. See you streaming soon then. Um, yeah, my next phase is this concierge account. So basically, I'm gonna process streams for people who I consider as, good candidates for the product. And there's multiple things from that. I've done before, like manual sample emails where I'll get someone's email and I'll run it through my program and I'll send them the outputs as a sample, like, oh, this is what the system has processed from your stream. So this is another type of marketing. So how does it work? What does it do? So basically, this allows you to extract more value from your stream. You basically come here, add a past stream you have. So you put a link to your VOD from Twitch or YouTube, and we basically there's now going back. And basically we process the stream for you. We extract the audio, we make a transcript out of it. We can use it, download it if you care, or you can start clipping out of it. There's more enrichment. There's the stories coming out from your stream, which I think is the most interesting part, is basically a set of what happened in the stream. If you worked on a specific project and you worked in sections on it, here's my idea for doing clipping. Okay, this is what I told Claude Code to do for clipping, blah, blah, blah. Some iterations in the end. Here's the results from the clipping feature. All of this is considered one story with multiple segments. Each of the segment can be used as a video clip, pretty much. It will show you a video you can download. The editing is not much. Sounds dope. And if you like the clip, but it's too long, too short, you want to add words from before, you can reclip. See this reclip? You just mark the words that you care about. Full VOD, yeah. You just put the link in. Doesn't matter if it's a 6-hour, 12-hour VOD, it's fine. Yeah, so we create some short clips and you can reclip them as a shorter or longer versions. The other feature we have is if you use YouTube, you can have a title description that includes chapters. I don't know why it's broken in this sample. I have the idea. So basically you can, because usually if you just stream, you don't change usually the titles of the stream and such. Basically after the stream, you can go and update YouTube for your live VOD. You have a title, a description, chapters, so people can skip inside the YouTube video. And we're working on more features, of course, this is in progress. I want to do task and changelog, doesn't exist, blog posts, micro posts. So basically all your social assets created from your VOD, just repurposing your long stream into useful social assets. That's the basic for the product. We'll be adding more, of course, over time. We'll try this tomorrow after stream. Cool, thank you very much. I'd appreciate any feedback. Of course, there's gonna be tons of bugs and things, but yeah. Gotta zip off, but love to see it, Cody. Super cool. Love that you're on streaming too. Rick. Thank you very much, Copinger. See you around. Thanks for the alert. Yeah. Mhm. So I've been doing like a crazy. You remember I've talked to you, Nick, about the BMAD. You're asking me, and this was actually something I wanted to build too, and I'm glad you're doing it. Could be very useful. Yeah, other people told me they're building or tried or whatever, are doing similar things for themselves. I didn't realize how much of an effort it is to make it available for someone else and not just yourself. I don't know. It feels like two different worlds because I'm used to developing for as a career but I always jump on ready-made projects and they're always for people. And I didn't realize the big jump in between. I don't know. Maybe it's because there's so much things that changing the core assumptions. Yeah. So see in BMAD, I started doing brainstorming as a cloud workflow. I started doing brainstorming on this is a long session. And this is one of the things that I like about the CLI tools that I can do a long session. So I wanted to do like a retro with BMAD on the thing. Um, so I started talking to it about marketing and doing a brainstorming, and we had a session just brainstorming all the marketing options. And basically, you can see we're creating 100 ideas for VodFlow Marketing OS. I try to talk to it. How are we gonna do instead of a normal development process for the app? I want to do a marketing thing with BMAT. So that's why it's calling it like a marketing OS. I think we are a bit off track and we went to the ideas on what would be good marketing for Vodflow. But you can see that be right back, sure. Well, the standing creative work. Um, I think I'm gonna make some tea. I'm back. I don't know if Nick is back yet or not. So I actually thought I'm gonna do a more laid back, but stream, but it's normal. Um, yeah, I'll just continue anyway. So when I talked about the concierge, this is the first value interaction bypass sales resistance. So basically, giving out those results already. I made some tea, but now it needs to cool off. And every time Nick was complaining about coughing too much, he said he's coughing, and I'm like, you should check that out. Now I'm the one choking. That's how it goes. Um, Passive marketing infrastructure. I didn't even read all of this. Like I've done that, and I've kind of stopped here, and I said, okay, I should start streaming. It's already late, and I'm like, stream more, and probably get back to the original work. But this is interesting to me at least. Passive marketing infrastructure. So when I tell people, I started going in Discord and saying like, I love brainstorming, I love critiquing. Here's a brainstorm session, like freaking 100 ideas to go and stop at. Like, I know that the 100 idea was his point, and some of them are probably not as good as others and such, but yeah. Um, Session highlights user creative strengths, strategic depth, technical rigor, and strong automation first mindset that forces their brainstorming to high value infrastructure play. That's good. Does he also critique me? What is this? AI facilitation approach, system architecture using analytical thinking, bridged. Okay, this seems just like some of the agile bullshit thing. Some of the less useful, I guess. Breakthrough moments, the social graph of the niche. Yeah, I really want to do that, but there's so much other work, and so much of this is work that's it's like nice to have. I'm not sure how much statistics about the streaming niche and such would. If the niche was bigger, I don't know. These things a lot of time go viral, but I feel like this dish is maybe I just I'm just not aware how these things start before they go viral. What rolls the ball down the hill until it gets to the powerful sneezers that make it go viral. I think that would lack. Like I create sometimes or try to do kind of those things, and yeah, realizations on the inefficiency as a feature. First, not sure what this refers to. Initial energy. Okay. So where were we? Passive marketing infrastructure. Lowercase CLI, passive strict running, signals, rape engine. So these are maybe about automating my interaction, but there's also one of them is also about like the celebration of streamers or some of chatters somewhere later, I think. Signal scrape engine building public circle. You think I remember what each of these mean now in reference to the top? Pattern insight, treat marketing as a system logs and background terms, niche intelligence, the pulse. Yeah, Bloomberg terminal. Yeah, that's the nice to have. That's true. Why do I even keep this around here? It's nicer to be just showing something. Oh no, you've been through. I've processed over there. Industry-wide trust. Yeah, I think this is like a big corporation move more than fitting currently the situation and such. Scalable transaction amortization, the revenue engine, converting interest into the first dollar and handling high volume gained at crowd. Defend pages, start your work routine, watermark. Focus on the results. Yeah. This is all. So when things connect from different areas, like kind of strengthens the core idea of like I have to get that concierge thing working. Into defense and qualities, this just scams and yeah, I guess you could connect those as a theme together. Build the V1 spec, certain goals of the first year then. Top ideas, the success partner agent, uh, niche welcome committee. That's so nice to do, but automate a bit. Proactive fan pages. Yeah, easiest quick ways. Social inter. Last three topics. Hmm. Focus right. Passive strict running. Most innovative. Social graph of the niche. Boss. All those things. Well, it's very apparent that we need to focus on our next milestone. The cons- the concierge goes to count counts auto automatic processing of streams and sending emails out. Current path of active and is mostly the last stream large URL and wait on that. That opens the gateway for many of the data or value once you value either in adding the product the seller as or other outreaches, which as well as reactivation and the workflow um, that later gets more automated and quicker to set more things, but that's the interesting for which being but big bulk bulk the other main type um reports harvesting processing data in Discover, but even that things branch um, for the first getting um, Yeah, I feel like there's one thing that opens the wide reach for a lot of different things. Just kinda sometimes the browser doesn't like to show many different media players in one page. Sometimes it's limited to like 3 of them or something. Let's see. This is a different problem. Anyway, let's just show this. I like to show these on the stream as on everything, and Giggle is something I'm debugging, working on here. Uh, yeah, you nailed the critical path in engineering term. You identified a linchpin service that unblocks the entire downstream dependency. By automating the pipeline, you are just building the engine or initiative. The automated concierge goes to count and arranges the time value from new streamers from manual way to automated delivery via secret URL emails. Media next action, technically, what watcher help with the lightweight script worker that monitors. Yeah, well, that comes later on. Process the secret URL generator. Outreach goes to even jump back. Morning triage ceremony. Set a 15-minute daily task to review the completed digests from the night before and click send on the best ones. Yeah, this is a big thing for later. Let check. Since Coppinger said he was sending something in Discord. Where's my Discord? It's not there. No, it's off stream. And boss. Did it show anything else? No, it's off screen. But no. Oh, that's why I have. Um, only trash sets of 15. Yeah. No resource requirements. Dedicated. Always on. Scraping. Okay. Potential obstacles. Oh, later feature. We can start processing. Heck, delivery messed up. Hey, what delivery? Anything specifically you're looking for? Waiting for? I was trying to say, I was trying to tell you I've continued using BMAD for other things, not just the core development. So this is like a brainstorming session where I dog food. Important. Do they mess up as like bring their own thing, pay delivery twice. Oh, that sucks. I mean, it's probably just spending some unknown amount of time just talking with the delivery company. Yeah, so I've started using it, trying to say like, oh, I want the system like coding, but I want to code like a marketing system. And I don't know, we kind of got trailed into a brainstorming session where basically we have 100 ideas for Flow Marketing OS. So this is like a different use for BMAD. It's just a brainstorming session. There's a lot of different tools. Um, so we started brainstorming. There's more details from the session before, and then it started going with clustering and theming the different ideas. There's also some generics about here. And it has like different tools to help you brainstorm with different questions and paths. Like, oh, let's do less path. Let's explore the take this in a certain direction path. What do you think about these ideas or topics? So this is like not pure development, but still something in BMAD that's I find useful because I don't know, just has all of these pre-made situational things. Well, conversations like these can get wild. Pretty much. I think the thing is it has like the organized you can say it's well, all skills are basically just pre-made prompts, right? But I feel it has some kind of processes that are useful that people anyone can make in a second another spec framework. But the question is like, has this been reviewed and tested by enough people and got feedback and like gotten better and better, got iterated on to be something really good? And I feel BMAT has some of these, and I'm kind of like, oh, another one of like 10 that's been out this week. But doesn't mean that a lot of people have tried it and have gotten feedback into it. At the end of the day, all these are just wrappers for Claude Core AI. Yeah, so they are just prompts. I'm not saying they are more prompts and maybe some kind of what do you call like a workflow or something. So responses and like after this do that kind of yeah workflows basically. And maybe some tool calls. No, not specifically here, but yeah. As I said, the question is like sometimes, yeah, I go to Gemini, like just the chat and do these chats with nothing, right? From a little experience, I think people will get the most value out of taking ideas and creating their own frameworks that work for them. But that takes a while. Yeah, that's part of it. But that's every tool. So the same tool I made here, you can go to Claude Code and make your own tool, right? The question is like, over time, you only have the experience of yourself and the time for yourself to continue hacking on it and improving it. But what's the point of open source projects or bigger projects and companies is you have a lot of users coming to the same place, and there's more incentive to go and improve that product than each individual copy that everyone has. So that's kind of my point with BMAT. I feel like as one of the earlier that got traction, they have a lot of people coming in and they keep iterating and creating versions, and there's there's some feel of maturity that there's been a lot of time put into this. I don't know, feels like to me that it got into a place where it's better than I would create it in a week, let's say. I probably can do, 60% of it within an hour. But I feel like there's been enough that's gotten into it that this is at least 1 week worth to get something similar. But I could be wrong. Like, and again, I don't use it for everything. I don't use it all the time. I go to Gemini, just general chat and do brainstorming there, just the same. Would never try to make one from scratch. Well, you made your own thing from scratch in a way, yeah? Just saying, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, there's always this buy or build. Even if you go and download an open source library or tool, it's still kind of buy. It's like, do you make your own or do you take someone else's? I don't know. For now, I'm happy with BMAD as like something. And I'm sure I'm not loyal to these things. Like probably in 3 to 6 months you'd see me using something else. I wouldn't be surprised. Same as I think about the models, same as I think about the AI tools. I've tried them. I've tried almost a dozen of them. I have multiple of them. Yeah, so you used an existing framework and build. Yeah, it could be that like this is imitating agile, which I'm used to from as a career dev. Like I know what a sprint and an epic and a story is, and I know what we do in reviews, and I know what we do in retros, and like this for me is maybe natural, at least in terms of terminology and expectations. I already have, you could say, I already have experience with this before I started using it, so it could be part of the attraction for me. It's not really because I'm like initially I wondered why would you need AI to do that? But I was like, oh, so many people talk about spec frameworks. Maybe I should try. I first heard about the spec kit and another one, and I tried that, and I've tried Google Conductor. And well, I've programmed without any of these frameworks before, right? Like I still program some of the things without the frameworks. I'm not like 100% or only do this. But yeah, I kind of see some value in it. Honestly, AutoCloud looked really good, but it was so slow and burned a lot of tokens. Yeah, I know about AutoCloud and about the what's his name, the person developing it on stream, and I watched a couple of times. And after, it's funny because I don't watch him all the time. I'm just like I'm aware, but from the side, because he's very deep into the developing of just that. And when you said it's so close, slow and burning tokens, I'm like, oh yeah, that's one of the sentences he said is like, oh, this is on purpose, um, wasteful at the moment in terms of like we prioritize accomplishing something and we will optimize consumption later. I remember some sentence like that being said before on stream, but like I almost like when you said it, I'm like, damn, I should have remembered and told Nick this at the start. But like I didn't connect the dots until you said it. And like I don't know what happened in the last 3 weeks with it or whatever. So they could have been further along or they could have or not. I'm not sure. Yeah, I've seen the idea. I've seen him like show the idea of the same things you wanted. Here are like Git tickets, and he goes and starts working on this, and you have kind of the canvas bird, and he's passing one by one, and it's actually like doing this long process of doing everything as a task, which you were talking about at that time, and I was like, yeah, they have that. Maybe it can be interesting. Slow because it was doing a bunch of stuff I don't really need for a solo dolo. Solo dolo, is that the word? Did you just or is it just a keyboard mistake? Ah, that's actually cool. The solo dolo dev. um, yeah, standardizing and organizing AI work is super valuable. Those guys probably don't have to think about their token use. I don't know if they don't have to think about it. They do mention it. I don't know. What's interesting is I've seen he gathered a lot of like a big community of people contributing and talking about this on stream and such. I've seen other projects from before. I've even contributed to a project before, but like you know, more than 18 months ago, I think, that did something also based on like Git tickets and trying to process them. And I've seen someone else do, and I thought maybe I'll do an 8n flow as well to process some ideas. And now everyone's like, oh, the phone app to continue working on the thing. I find a lot of these interesting. I just don't yet. And like, yeah, I'm more worried about token use. I feel like I'm I'm way lower on the token use front. I'm using Gemini Pro. Like, I'm close to the free user tier, and people are spending like $200 on the cloud code, and I'm like, yeah. Honestly, I'm like in between. You use the remote control, or you tried it? It's cool. Yeah, there's a new one. So people created repos all over to do things like that, and then suddenly yesterday or 2 days ago or something, the Cloud Code added it to the main product, right? Have you tried it from there, the main one? I assume because you're writing slash remote control. I don't know, they've just added it like in the last 48 hours as a thing, like natively supported inside the tool, not a skill, not something external. Yeah. Because I've seen all the small repos also for Gemini, people did it. Yes, this is native, called native now. Yeah, honestly, that got me into, maybe it's time for me to also venture on that side of the vibe coding. Works super well. It's nice. Yeah, that's the first thing, honestly, since going Gemini and everyone's on Cloud Code. That's the first thing that's been like made me a tiny bit jealous. Like I can get the same, I can install something, but there's no native thing yet. In I'm sure in between today and the next 3 weeks, Google would do something like that. They cannot stay back, and GPT would do something like that. Because if everyone they just copy off each other. It's one person starts it and the other copy it. So I'm sure that's gonna be all the tools in the next 3 weeks max. Maybe some would be this week. Because I already have my Cloud Code account on the web app, and of course terminal. Yeah. Yeah. Um. Uh. Uh. uh, uh. What was I on before? Forgot. Yeah, Cloud Code. I don't know. I have a tendency to like the underdog. If something is super popular, it's probably not the best thing. I'll go to the next one. It's kind of I don't know, some tendency I have. Like if everyone likes the Mac or Windows, it's probably not the best. It's just the most popular, so it's like the mediocre thing for widespread. Because sometimes you have to make these choices on, do I make it easier for use or for more people to use, or do I make it very good for the advanced users? And I'm on the advanced user side, so that's why like Linux is usually better than Windows because you have more power in the terminal utilities than you have in the Windows applications, and the full concept of a terminal that they made like 3 different versions so far. Couldn't, I don't know, zero compatibility thing with them. I don't even know PowerShell, but I don't know. I feel like this is quite way. um. So is this interesting? I think this is. I think I've kind of matured with what I'm gonna get from this brainstorming session. What I need to get back to is my testing on this development. So a lot of times, this is probably I've seen this could be good and this could be bad. The let's review, let's develop, let's review, let's develop. This is what I think I've seen you with AutoCloud, what took forever. It's like, oh, we got a task, we finished it, let's review. Oh, we want to do these changes, we do these changes, oh, let's review. Just this infinite loop of reviews. Sometimes I go through it. With BMAD, I just do review, add this, implement, and then review again. Sometimes I cut it short. Um, Kind of depending how much attention I'm willing to give it. Because if it doesn't review, it's like am I happy? It was crazy. Am I happy from the result, or is there more iterations to do? Can you do it without me, or do I need to instruct it along? So this is, I think, what everyone. I think this is the step with all the automations is where's the stop loop, or what are the actual conditions versus oh yeah, I develop. Oh yeah, you review. You reviewed. Go develop what you reviewed. Go review what you developed, and then continue on an infinite loop. It's like, what's the cut loss? What's the finite list of things you actually wanted to do? Because AI, if you tell it to, you're basically telling it make something up, and it's gonna make something up. If that something is important or not, or like why didn't you think about this before, this kind of thing doesn't work, so it kind of feels almost like infinite loops. I think I had one story which was big and complex, had like 40 reviews, review and implement. I think it probably had a bit more that I manually intervened. And yeah, these could be tons of token and time and everything. A lot of times it's when I'm more in focus, I just manually review and tell it what I want. Maybe I'll do one review for like technicalities. The reviews in BMAT, I don't know how the others. It tells you like a critical, which is like security. What else is in there? Refactors, race conditions, like major things, and then like high, medium, low. And like if you see criticals, it's you really want to do them, but once it goes to the medium and lows only, kind of like, nice to have namings, documentations, simplicity. Like, maybe you don't have to have all of that. Typically, have it work through a phase of the development, then ask it what I should test manually. That's it. LOL. Yeah, that's I'd say the simple loop where I develop simple things. I go that way. And usually, when it tells me what I should test, I tell it to go test itself, depending. Depending, but especially when I use anti-grav and I have the credits, it can go and do browser tests and such. Especially when I know I take a pick and I know like, oh, you messed up and you're gonna have a couple of tries with this until it's done right. Yeah, I'm like, okay, good. By the way, this here is I did a review and it's like, oh, I'm pleased to report this is exceptionally thorough. All 3 rounds of follow-up refinements. Anyway, it says it's done. This is, I feel like this is rare. This is like the third or fifth time I've got it done from reviews from probably, I don't know, 30, 40 stories. I like to do, I think this does not stream well when I do. Should probably strain the leaves out or drink this off stream. But sometimes the leaves come in and they should very confident. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Now I need to remember what was the story about. Usually, yeah, I can see the top ones, or I can read the entire story file or something. But I can just manually. So one of the things in the story was fixing this. These pills were not showing anything. We still see this time is empty. All right, boss, I need to get some shit done. Get shit done is another framework name. Might check in later. Sure, no worries. Cool. Thanks for dropping by. Really appreciate that. Catch you on your next stream. Um, yeah, one of the things I think was in the story. Uh-huh. um, did we not have? Yeah, see you later. Yeah, see you later, Nick. Have a good one. I do wonder if my workers are all here. Mm, Did we have fixing the time shown on the cards, the streams in the story? Does it need rerunning workers? Still, still empty. Flash this time. Why did I click? Do that. Jeez. Mhm. Maybe it's thinking about a different place. Excellence and duration. Let's do clarify button well easier. And just the dash. And nothing we just simply tell that out to the next time something we want to play the video. So this is actually the path. This is an SVG thing. Why do we have the SVG in the HTML? It's best. Investigate duration. The duration is missing from both streams and videos. Then update the logic. Receive finding. Does it say stream dot duration, primary video duration, stream meter? Mm. Maybe we should check the data. It's not even. What's the thing here for superbase? This one. Give it to it here. Stream name or whatever. No duration here. Video. Primary duration. No. Audio. Audio tracks. This duration. No duration. No. Okay. Implemented data. Hmm. Can you review the schema? What should work here? Action the updates the duration. Nothing string duration. Videos over the duration field, which is not our case. We try to get rid of most of the blocks. But another thing here, like the codec still thing. What is this? Um, okay. So let's continue the review. So I want to fix this too. So does this have been? Oh, wow. This kind of sucks, but okay. This really sucks. transcription, and delete the transcription. Download the transcription. 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 Download button goes to no. Which gets launcher pages. Oh, it sounds like an old version on an weird series. Review transcript. Some lines not strong and break out of the order books. They should go for format. Including the context the description graphs of the data breakdowns. Six. Currently has shareable. The audio section, even though it's complete, I was busy with updates when starting 0% complete 30% and then the filters that each works either in out review six Still working on the setup. So thing didn't update it if it existed. Main track duration. Streamed out duration. Is that even an option? So on the deep foundation. Cause silent failure in the server-based insert logic. And then lyric provider clause added switched add video insert to upset. Ensure that the worker approves the file it saves the duration. Logic. Current duration. What? Okay, so I think I need to run the workers for them to try to get the data updated. Streams to again. I thought there's no reason to doing it. Yeah. So these are like it's been reviewed multiple times. Well, and stuff that wasn't in the review, I guess. Wasn't in the story probably. Or it didn't validate it because it was a UI mostly story. And I think there's stuff missing in the stuff missing in the backend or wrong for updating the thing. Okay. Gonna take a short break and be right back. Less than 5 minutes, I think. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something. Short break and be right back. Hello, we're back. What are we? What do we have here? I think I've left around here. Just what's name? These are the inputs that I said. The list of bugs. Great right on these. Then it started working on. This is the transcript segment. Okay. This is probably the sentences that are told. Transcript download. Just to get background. With transcripts. Transcripts. The audio, this is probably the low. And follow up, completed all the requested items. And we'll check this one. Just a review. And the UI, so this is the syntax error for the workers. Fix that. Syntax. Fix the syntax, file's now clean. Let's see, workers. You run. So what we eventually want from the workers is somehow to update times here. I don't know if it would work for go video. Basically, I have the audio issue here is solved. Play. We have the download. Go to download transcript. Not good. Video. This still has this issue. Okay, plain text. Okay, this looks nice. Unwanted. Try out refresh. It still doesn't work. Unwanted. Still has lines. Not breaking and pressing the borders. Example. I actually make screenshots. No space. This is window. It's we have copy. Expect to copy. No. What? Said copy. Copy in HTML. No. Not what I expect. That is HTML. Why is this so simple? This is on a different line. Yes, this is an entire block. Oh, this is 3K. Straight up HTML. Oh, is this for the clicking? There's a line solving. Right. So how else do you download yes. Uh, fine. This is just doing working on the clips. Clips are the longest part. I think clips would be pretty short. And I also have work that I wanted to do on the monitoring. I thought Eurydics APM is gonna be very useful. Apparently, it's not so useful. It's only useful for web not web workers. Like if you have a backend server that serves front-end HTML requests and such. Not as useful when everything is like backend worker jobs. Okay, so here it's, I think because I gave it the HTML, it understands the issue. So space between the words, ensuring that they would wrap correctly, and the high precision transcript. The precision transcript is also a thing I'm gonna try to fix this multiple times. The transcript precision tags. So something else inside. High precision, which I think is the correct tag. In is it goes standard. Like, well, what is beautiful details there? Like, move that text. Doesn't make any sense. You fix the download. Yeah, there's a download. Mm, you don't transfer to show working, showing just the old rankings version. And we make it more like the formatted version to get some kind of times useful like an SRT. We should have two node versions. Doesn't make sense to have just a text without anything, right? Go paste it on the unformatted. Like, what do you have to do with transcript with nothing? Not very useful. Nah, just doing SRT. Basically be an SRT. What do we download it as? Future SRT. Ending and comments. Mm-hmm. So wondering who else is streaming. We have tried to mention some interesting streamers while I stream myself. I don't know how should I read his name? Ivars Majors. Ivars Majors is developing iOS apps normally. He's developing this as he's developing iOS apps as his income. He shares over his different socials ideas about monetization and building them. I don't remember which apps he has, but there's iOS says like there's no income in Android. He's not the only one to say it, but like I'm not gonna waste time on Android apps. He does iOS exclusively because he does it for the revenue, not for the notoriety, let's say. I've mentioned Adam many times. He's building a game. He's has a lot of teaching in his socials about pixel art. He got some grants. He's now has a team. I think like at least 4 people working with him on music, on gameplay, on visuals. His game is like a fighting arcade thing. I don't know how to say it. Like a basic hero playing a hero and going on. I wouldn't say quests, but what's the night, Holy Night style, or what's the other famous game? I think he's going for easier fighting style here. This is the main character, Arnold, and these are like foes that you fight. And yeah, when you see the red thing, is like these are like animation keyframes that I think are gonna be filled later, or maybe this is part of the style. But I know he's starting a lot of times the animations and looks just blocking the characters like that. When he did the enemies, he started just with keyframes that are generic, just red figures, and then he backfilled their look after. Um, Yeah, these are the two I know currently are streaming. Do I have anyone else in like the recommended list or anything that I know? Um, yeah, these two I know. Anyone else here that I know? This is me. I don't promote myself on my own thing. Oh, Eyebrow Check is around, so he's also found the storybook stuff. Like the Coppingers begin story, story begins, story starts, start story. What's the name of the start story? Begin story. I'll get the name in a second. Well, I'll skip the name. Discord. One, two. Build story. Yeah, the Coppinger made Build story, which is a monthly 1 week long hackathon on basically shipping stuff. You can work on stuff that you already started, or you can work on something new, alone or in a team, doesn't matter. You can register, free, nothing else. And on the website, you have access to a Discord link, and there's a nice group of people there. You can see some of the details from Hackathon Zero. And the most useful is going on the Discord, in my opinion. Joining the Discord. It does show the live streamers. You can see me and get another guy. It's interesting because he's not on the. Don't even understand what is streaming. Estonia. How do I get to the stream? Oh, this is him. I got confused by the name. Why is it showing Christian and not his actual streamer tag? Okay, this kinda confused me. Should I mention? Maybe I should mention some stuff later. Maybe I'll do it now in the Discord. Build story Discord. There's some kind of like bugs and suggestions. The live streamers. Um, name is used to not destroy. No, confused. Wait, eyebrow. So as question check. I'm not sure. It sounds otherwise. We can just show the which angles. Oh, what did I press before? Eyebrow. Did I press the name here? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. Do I have like a profile image here? Alright. Screenshots. Just screenshots. Different. That. changes. Mhm. 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 Same name, version name. Mhm. Very close. Mhm. Mhm. Alright, very. Legends to launch. So, uh, social and brainstorming. Getting chance to be understands to launch. So I think started Victoria. I just worried about that enough. Just in there. Mhm. Venus, seems I mean, it's a dedicated website. Has its own display. It's confused to see China's. Uh, other, yes, context, systems. Confused to see. I'll check. China's sure that makes sense. But I was like, wait, here's that makes sense in the context. Makes sense. I think in the context, I guess in the context of the site, that makes sense. Um, it's fine as is. Should be nice to your default. It looks weird to me. Probably too much default of feature return. It's too much. How do you write nuance? Nuance? Uh, the eyebrow is streaming language dev mostly. That's how we pause it. Be right back. Not sure if taking a long break or not. So Okay. I might be streaming again later, or maybe just tomorrow. I'll take off for now. Um, away for a long while now. See you next time. Thanks for hanging out.